This is the 4TF, a computer chassis that I designed to combine the best of both worlds of 3D printing and laser cutting. In this video, I'll show you how to make one. I'll share the files completely free, and I'm going to talk about what I made it with, the Creality A1 Pro Laser, which is my favorite laser and one of my favorite tools here at NFC Systems. I have over 15 years of experience with lasers, working with ones from sign shops to maker spaces, all the way up to industrial units that are used to cut my computer cases that I sell. In 2021, I was able to finally purchase, on credit, my giant 4x8 metal cutting laser that costs as much as a Honda Civic and takes up as much space as one. And it's in my garage, and it's been a huge mistake. There are services like SynCutSyn, which came out shortly afterwards, which were able to cut my metal parts for a price that it just didn't make sense for me to do on my own anymore. So when I got my first diode laser, which was the Creality Falcon, it was the perfect size, and the little diode laser has extremely good cut quality. The catch is it can only cut a few types of materials. The good news is they were all the materials that I did 90% of my work with: cherry, walnut, and black acrylic. So I love that laser, but eventually I ended up with more, so I sent it off to another NFC member, and he loves it still today. But a lot of you guys didn't love it, and you didn't love it because of safety concerns. I'm not saying that open frame lasers aren't dangerous. Any tool that we use is dangerous. Getting in a car is dangerous, but they're nowhere near as dangerous as a table saw. So what do? You gotta wear proper eye protection. You gotta have good ventilation. You have to know what you can and can't cut. There are some materials you can cut that will produce chlorine gas. So if you know these things, that machine was very safe. For better or for worse, Creality and their competitors started making closed frame systems. Now, why do I say for worse? Well, there's a trade-off. The first one is price. The A1 Pro is significantly more expensive than the open frame lasers of the past. There's more safety features, there's more metal, it's heavier, it's more expensive to ship, etc., etc. Number two is that, well, it's not nearly as convenient as an open frame laser to store. I could take my other ones and just stand them upright like a book and stick them in a corner. This is going to require some more dedicated space. And finally, it made engraving on large surfaces really difficult because, well, with an open frame laser, you can just set it on your surface and go to town. All right, so those are my opinions. Now let's go to the facts. The A1 Pro has tinted panels so you can watch your job without frying your eyeballs. It does filter the blue light, and it cuts down on the glare of the beam, but I still wouldn't stare at it for long periods of time. It's fully enclosed, and it has a functional exhaust. It does have door sensors and lid sensors, so when you open it, the machine pauses, and you can close and resume using the touchscreen on the side, which is very nice. It has flame detection built in, so if there's a flare-up or something that it deems unsafe, the laser will cut off. And additionally, if there is like a fire, you can hit the button on the side and it will just automatically cut off, so you can remove the laser and get it outside if you need to. Next is the build quality and design. Creality has made something here that competes with the best of these consumer products, whether it be Bamboo's printers or DJI's drones. This thing is just, it's gorgeous. It has scalloped edges, soft corners, anodized aluminum throughout. The plastic's all high quality. It is very premium. As far as how it's built, everything seems very sturdy, very robust. It comes completely assembled other than a screen, which you just pop on. So you just take it out and you're pretty much ready to go. There's no assembly or tuning or anything required. I do want to offer two critiques for future updates. I think that the screen should be moved to the front of the device, because right where it is now, it's gonna get bumped, knocked, clipped. I've already done it a couple times while moving it, and it just takes up too much space. Let's move the ports to the back, and not just the back panel because that would make it too hard to access. Let's move it to the floor, point it up in the Z axis. Okay, so a couple more mechanical things. The base pan. The base pan is removable, which I absolutely love. There's a couple screws. You take the screws out, you can pull it out, and then you can engrave on large surfaces if you can get the Z height low enough, or stick other parts in there. Also makes cleaning and emptying the tray much simpler. Good job, Creality. The one thing I do not like about it are these ears. These ears are gonna get dremeled off by me because it interferes with putting material in the bay. They exist so you can more easily remove the pan, but the thing is light enough to where you just stick your hand underneath it anyway to pop it up. The honeycomb sheet or honeycomb bed is awesome, very high quality, and I do love this pop-up panel that they have for getting it in and out. This is a must-have accessory if yours does not come with it, so make sure you add it to the cart. So my laser came with two heads, a 2-watt IR laser for cutting and engraving metal, and a 22-watt Blue Diode laser for cutting most materials. They can be swapped with this lever system. You push it down to lock it, you pull it up to unlock it, and the head just slides right off. You can then remove the cables, which is the air hose, the power cable, the data cable, all from one block, which is just fantastic. You just use one connector. Before we talk about software, let's talk about something that's both software and hardware, and that is the autofocus system, which I was very skeptical about. I know how these systems are supposed to work, and they basically can only look at the top of your material. I'm really happy to report though that the autofocus system worked fantastic. It shocked me. Without any failures of everything that I cut, it did an excellent job focusing on the material. But more than that, it has to do with the software. You can adjust where you want the beam to focus by just choosing your material thickness. It's one data point that you enter into the software. The only downside to the system is that the laser can get confused if you can't autofocus in the center of the bed. There's a little red light that's gonna shine down, and your material has to be positioned over that. And if it is, the laser head will move over, it will autofocus, and then you'll be good to go. Okay, the software. The software is the #1 reason to buy this machine. I use Lightburn, which is professional laser cutting software, and I use the professional version of Lightburn. But, well, I had a problem. Lightburn and Creality both do not have the machine set up yet. So if you want to use Lightburn on this machine, just know that you're gonna have to figure it out. And so I decided, okay, fine, I'm going to download the Falcon design software. And I'm super glad that I did. Okay, so the first thing I found out is that it's not as powerful as Lightburn, but it does 90% of what Lightburn does, which is awesome. The second thing is, and this is the reason that I'm using it now instead of Lightburn, is because of the material library. Creality put a ton of work into putting all the kind of materials that I would ever want to cut and more. So all I have to do is select the material and press go. My mind is absolutely blown because this is the worst part of owning a laser is you have to do test cuts. Focusing the laser head manually with screws on the material that you're using. But with the autofocus system, everything just worked perfectly. I did not have a single cut that did not work that was in the material library. Walnut, beautiful. Cherry, beautiful. Black acrylic, beautiful. And I tried, surprisingly, this is the shocking part. I thought that I knew something about diode lasers, is that they can't cut clear acrylics. The wavelength of the laser just can't do it. And red is a big no-no. And yet this laser did do it. It took forever, a lot of passes. But the point is that the material library has it all figured out. It talks to the laser, it gets the job done without you doing anything, which is just totally awesome. Okay, so I was really excited about this laser for the IR engraver. With a normal diode laser, you can engrave metal, sure, but what you really do is you're scratching off the top of the surface, or you're heating it up so much that the metal actually turns a different color, which is dangerous on some things like laptops because it could cause warping or a lithium fire. So the IR laser is a way to get deep mark on metal and do it in a cool, safe manner. I etched brass, I etched stainless steel, I etched anodized aluminum, and it makes this beautiful black mark. It's not charred though, so like if you wipe your finger on it, it's not leaving a black residue like it would be if it was the 22-watt diode laser. Now, hand in hand with the engraving head is the camera system. I've used camera systems before in lasers, and boy, howdy do they're terrible. An absolute nightmare to get calibrated, and it's just too much of a pain in the butt to use. The Creality system, again, their software walks you through it. It makes it a lot simpler. It's not the easiest thing in the world, but it's actually way, way, way easier than other systems that I've used. Now, it's not the most accurate thing in the world. Like, you're not gonna get down to the last millimeter, It's not supposed to do that. It's supposed to make it so you can put your material that already has cutouts in it and arrange it, or if you have like a little badge or puck that you want engraved, to center it within a couple millimeters of accuracy. Okay, so the last feature I want to talk about is my favorite feature of Creality lasers, and that is their preview laser. A preview laser, think of it like a laser pointer. It basically shoots a laser pointer through the mirror system of your laser head out to where the laser beam actually would be. So this is what you use to fine tune where you're gonna get your part engraved. And it's phenomenal. My big giant laser, for example, doesn't do that. You just have to rely on the head. And then the other lasers I have that have framing lasers, they're like off to the side. This is actually built into the laser head. Creality does a great job with it. Before we wrap up, let's talk about the 4TF a little bit more. Here is how it gets assembled. I really like having this double-sided acrylic. It's matte on one side, mirror on the other, and yes, Creality has a profile for it. Everything is in with these long plastic screws, which have way more pull-out power and strength than press-in nutserts, no matter what kind of press-in nutserts you use. I mean, it comes down to surface area. There's these 4 beams. They have little notches in them, which helps you align them appropriately. Once you have the printed 3D frame assembled, the 2D panels bolt in, and oh man, I just love the precision which they click in. For the 4TF Mark III, I do have these feet that I printed, and this is important because it allows you to use screws to attach the top and bottom panels. In the first version, you'd have to use double-sided tape or some stick-on feet, and I think that just works pretty well. You can download these files and make it yourself right now for free by going and using the links in the description. Final thoughts, I absolutely love this machine. It's highly integrated, it's beautifully built, it has great precision, awesome cut quality, excellent features, good software. The list goes on and on and on and on and on. The price I also think is fantastic. It is expensive, but like it's competing against things like way more expensive. Creality absolutely nailed this one. I think that they can really say that they're a laser cutter company. Creality did not pay me to make this video. I'm not even gonna put an affiliate link for this product. They did send this to me to go make something with no strings attached, which I really appreciate. Thank you, Creality, for allowing me to do that. Do you like the 4TF? Do you like the ability to combine laser cut parts with 3D printed parts? Or are you more just a pure 3D printed guy and prefer the 3D LP? Let me know in the comments, but either way, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this long video, but you seem to like the Q2 review, so we're doing another one like it. All right, until next time, peace.